battleship foundered.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Got my favorite ship here again, the Shermanator USS Forrest Sherman. That is the Tier 10 new premium sap-firing machine gun destroyer. Pretty awesome. Again, appreciate all those subscribers to the channel. We're on our way to 600, and we can't thank you enough for likes, subscribes, bell buttons, anything you can do to help us out. If you like the channel, what we're doing here, like, subscribe, comment, dislike, whatever you like to do, make some criticism, anything we can do to get better, because we're also here learning, just like everybody's here to learn, have a good time, and also have a blast sailing ships, shooting ships, and making it rain. So anyways, hey, Forrest Sherman, this is a fun map, A, B, and C. I like it. It gets a lot of open gunboating, as well as it leaves some obstacles there for the imagination of using for cover. So we spot the Ostergotland first, and initially he had spotted us long distance, and that had an effect on us where it determines how we play the game, because remember, our concealment is not the greatest in the Forrest Sherman. The lowest you could get it is 6.5. And really, the best thing you could do is, I find that 6.5 may or may not warrant the need for a concealment base for Sherman. So what I did elect to do, if you see on the build, that I actually someone recommended using Swift and Silent. You have varying opinions on that. It's up to you if you feel that that is a good idea or not. But we use Swift and Silent. Actually, I did use a concealment on this one, 6.5, and we were just kind of testing it out, see does it work for this kind of gameplay style. Now, with Swift and Silent, you lose 5% of that reload. So having what's called AFT or BFT back in the day, that extra 5% of reload rate actually is negated by the Swift and Silent. So having that perk, you lose about 5% of the reload. But as you can tell, the Forrest Sherman doesn't care. The reload is already kind of ridiculous enough. Even though they're single barrels, these 3 single barrels are pumping them out at about 1.2 seconds per shot there, and it's pretty incredible. They start fires really well just from the sheer amount of volume. Like there's one right there, and all we do is really at range. I mean, the best, I would say, sweet spot for range to avoid secondary fire and also make the dispersion on battleships pretty weak is about 12 kilometers. Now we have this built out to 15.1, and look, we even get a torped there. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. And who says torpedoes don't work? Look at this bad boy right here. One single lonely solo torpedo, and kablammy, 10.8 damage on that Republic. And like I said, their torpedoes are still usable. He takes a shot right there, and we use the throttle juke techniques to avoid some of these shots. He still gets a hit on us, but doesn't do as much damage. Probably an overpin on his part. But what we can do now is just slam on the brakes, go full reverse, let him shoot at us, and he's going to get frustrated while we start another fire. So again, Forrest Sherman, pumping them out as much as we can. Just alone, we are area denying this entire flank. You notice that the battleships are not moving in. You got a Republic running away. You also have an Ostergotland also spotting for the Republic, but he's also being spotted by the CV as well. So mistake here, number 1 for the Ostergotland. Driving in towards a Forrest Sherman, not the best idea when you switch to SAP. And you can see, look at the damage the SAP is. We're going to just keep blind firing here. He gets hit by one shot, and boom! RIP back to Porto. Double kill! Ladies and gentlemen, double kill, double strike. That is how the cookie crumbles, and that is the amazing firepower. This whole flank is Dunskies. Looks like, I mean, we kind of overwhelmed them. I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships with a carrier over here. Probably not the best situation, but we did give up Charlie flank. We lost 3 ships up there. So we're basically going to have to or actually 2 ships up there where we lost one in the middle. We're going to have to come somehow regroup and meet back in the middle at Bravo and help our team. This game is still within their grasp, ladies and gentlemen. They only lost 4. We lost 3. It's only been 7 minutes in the game, and we've got 76,000 damage, double kill, 2 kills with 2 torpedo hits. So isn't that surprising with only a 2 torpedo shot per side? And like I said, I still give the Forrest Sherman torpedoes a chance. I mean, why not? They're free. Free damage, take free damage. It's free 99. Launch it wherever you can. And there's 16.5 torpedoes. So you launch these bad boys, they're going to go out there and find something to kill. That's why I say never let a good torpedo to waste. So what we're going to do right now is go ahead and regroup at Bravo, and we lose our Fletcher, which is crucial because the Fletcher does provide good spotting and good torpedoes. But you know what? We make it up for having awesome guns ourselves. A couple things that I do talk about for the Forrest Sherman is using the throttle juke at range. And I already talked about that. Now look at this. I don't care where I'm at. If I see something within 13 or 14 kilometers, I start firing. Because you get shells out there, you start sending them down range, you start causing problems, you cause them to make mistakes. They have to adjust to you. It is annoying. Although it's like these teeny little shots and stuff, they don't look bad. But after a while, they start getting pretty bad. And you start going, oh my gosh, I'm taking damage from this little thing that's shooting these little like laser beam, or I don't call them lasers, like little pinpricks over and over again. You know, look, he could have shot the Soviet Soyuz, he could have shot at anybody else. He elected to fire at me. That's how crazy. I have to talk about that too as well. The Forrest Sherman is literally an area of denial, but also a punching bag at the same time, because look, everybody's shooting at us because they want us out of the game so bad. Look, the CV's going for us, the Des Moines shooting at us. Even though he has everybody else in the war, even has a Colbert broadside, he ain't firing at him. Isn't that crazy? Look, the Colbert is wasting him, but yet, look at that. Everybody's still firing at me, and he's gone because of that. The Eagle kills him. Oh my gosh, the CV kills the Des Moines. Like I said, the area denial capabilities of the Forrest Sherman are incredible, but also they love to draw fire as well. I've noticed I've been on one flank surrounded by ships, and literally everybody's looking at me, firing at me, and it is insane. And I don't want to say it has anything to do with my name on it, because I'm not really well known or anything. I'm kind of like a nobody. But the ship is well known. The Sherman is pretty a force to be reckoned with. I think a lot of people understand that this thing is pretty deadly if left unchecked. So we're going to go ahead and go into Bravo. Notice that the Bravo cap is ticking down, so we know there is somebody in there, and we're spotted. So now that, oh, I'm sorry, I guess I fired during that time. But anyways, I know that there is somebody inside of Bravo cap, probably the other two DDs. I'm thinking the other Forrest Sherman or the, I forgot what the other DD is, probably is another Sherman. There are actually two of them in this game. So we're going to have to slowly take out one by one, because they are also a threat to our team as well. A Sherman is, taking a Sherman off the battlefield is a pretty crucial factor right now. So we're going to see if we can start a fire and wait for the Colbert to spot somebody in there. I think it's in the smoke. Start one fire right there. That's probably going to put us over 100k in damage. Our team is just kind of slowly hanging back, waiting, and our Colbert is probably not going to last long. We're trying to draw as much fire as we can from this Yamato that he doesn't take notice, and there's the other Sherman. He is going to be right in front of the Colbert. Hopefully the Colbert at Bravo can take him out while we continuously fire and start another fire on Yamato. He takes a quick blind fire at us. I look at the shells. Some of the techniques I look at the shells, where they're going. If I notice that they're going to the right, I'm going to keep going reverse. If I notice that they're going in the middle, I'm going to hold whatever speed I have, and hopefully the speed of my ship increasing will throw off a shot. If I see it start going toward the rear and I'm going to the rear, I'll go the opposite direction. So those are my techniques. People don't realize that when the shells are in the air, they still have a travel time. So you can actually have about a 1 to 2 second reaction time to put either the ship in reverse or full speed, because these destroyers do start up and stop pretty quickly. Some of my favorites that do that pretty well are the Druid, the Sherman, and perhaps I think maybe the Ragnar now, but I can't quote me on that because I haven't done much of it in the Ragnar. But again, notice that capability is there. Yamato is at 50,000, and he's taking fire from all the angles and all the ships. And look at that. We're going to see if we can start another fire, because fires are good. We're up to 137,000 damage. Agger takes out the Brindisi, which is a good thing. And this Yamato is not having a good day at all, folks. And we are going to just slowly wither him away. Look at that gunfire. Did I tell you how much I like this Sherman? It's just fun. I feel like it just helps the anxiety, if you will. And there he goes, RIP. Because, I mean, because when I play other ships, they're too slow. After playing a Sherman, you're kind of like, man, this thing is firing so fast, I cannot go back away from this rate of fire. It's kind of like when you try to go play another destroyer and the reload's like 6 seconds. You're like, oh my goodness, anxiety's kicking in. Why aren't these guns firing like a Sherman does? And because you're so used to the rate of fire of a Sherman, that every other ship, it seems, is super slow. Even if a 2.5 second reload is slow to me. But I digress. The rate of fire on this ship is literally insane enough to literally wither any kind of cruiser, destroyer, especially battleships away. And that's the beautiful thing about having HE and SAP at the same time. The AA, as you're going to see right now, is not the greatest. Look at a fast United States single plane, fast G-fly plane. I don't know what it's called. Twin turbofan kind of engines that fly really fast to drop a couple torpedoes. Anyways, not going to affect us, so we didn't turn on our AA. Really not worried about him. The other Sherman is right there. Now look at that. He's firing at us, and he takes up a lot of damage. See, look at the capabilities of another Sherman against me, and you can see what the receiving end looks like. Getting pummeled with sap shells, not the greatest thing. We pop smoke. Again, my technique, I normally don't fire from smoke because they're magnets or torpedoes. And Swift and Silent kicks in. If you guys don't notice, Swift and Silent, that little propeller symbol, gives me 8% faster speed, which is a great attribute for these slow destroyers. You'll notice I get up to about 38.5 knots with the speed flag. Now, what I was going to talk about earlier is the idea of those sap shells firing at me right now. I really do a lot of great pain, so I use the smoke to get me out of that problem because, again, I made a mistake. I got spotted or fired, and it caused me to be seen, which could cause me to die as well. So I save the smoke normally for get out of dodge situations, hide and cover, last-minute defensive weapons. Because remember, back in the day, we used to smoke up, fire from smoke, but those things are torpedo magnets now, and they're not very helpful. So I like to fire open gunboating and use terrain and just stay on the move, if you will, because that technique allows me to control the battlefield. If I don't like being spotted, or if I like being spotted, I control that style of gameplay. Plus, I'm spotting for others. But if I'm in smoke, I'm not spotting for anybody. I can't see anybody if nobody else is helping me out. I'm also sitting there waiting for torpedoes to come in, and that is not a good thing because then I die. If I die, I'm not providing spotting, and I'm not providing 3 guns that kill people really, really fast. Marble is what's it called? Driving away, hiding away, whatever you want to call it. We can go reach out and touch them, but do we really need to? Because I kind of want that juicy United States carrier right there. And we just take a couple shots to see if we can start a fire. But ooh, we see the carrier pop up on the mini-map. And let me see if I can take a look. Or do I want to burn this Marlboro down? Yep, start another fire right there. Notice the shells got great arc angles, good speed. They start fires, like I said, really, really well. Again, he's looking out. All 16 of his guns are looking at me right now. Ooh, taken out by that Shikishima. Great shot right there. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. CV almost dead. We're going to take a couple pot shots. Switching to Sap right now. Sap does a great job against CV side armor. Hopefully we get this United States, and that might win the game for us right now. Here he is. What a beautiful sight for any destroyer player. Roll broadside, United States, and there goes the game. 4 kills for the Forrest Sherman, and we secure the win, and the Forrest Sherman holds off Bravo and our Alpha flank. 4 kill. Hope you guys like it. Double strike included as well, and we're #1 in the team. Let me know what you like to like or dislike below in the comments below. Appreciate all the support. We're on our way to 600 subscribers now. Like, subscribe, bell button below. And again, we couldn't more appreciate the support from all you out there. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon and make more great videos. Be safe and have a great night. Cheers.